artists! Today we are going to be working on our watermelon weaving project. So to begin, we have a piece of paper that is cut in the middle. We don't want to rip any of this. And then we have some pink strips. Now, when we are weaving, we are going to be following a pattern. Our pattern is going to be over, under, over, under, over, under. Can you repeat that with me? Over, under, over, under, over, under. Good job. So what are we going over and under with? We are going to go over and under with our pink strip. So I'm going to start at one side of my project and I'm going to go over top of the first red strip, and then I'm going to go under the second. And then I'm going to go over, under, over, under, and I'm going to keep going with that pattern until I get all the way to the end. Over, under, over. And now I stop and I'm going to push this strip down as far as it'll go. Then I'm going to take a second strip. But now I'm going to do the opposite. So on this one, I started by going over top, and I don't want to go over top this time. I want to go under. And then the next one, since this first one's under, the next one's going to be over. And then I'll keep going with my pattern. Under, over, under, over, under, over. And if you see, you'll know you're doing it right if they're opposite, if it starts to look like a checkerboard. Under, over, under, over, under. And then again, I'm going to push that down as far as it'll go. Now I'm going to do 2 more of those strips in my paper, but I have to remember that when I start out, I need to start opposite. So with my next strip, am I going to start under or am I going to start over? That's right, I'm going to start over. So I'll go over, under, over, under, over. And if you see, sometimes it's hard to pick these up, so I'm pushing them up from the back. Under, over, under, over. And I'll push that one down too. The reason it's important to push all of them down is so that we have room for the next one to fit. So I'm going to do one more. Is this one going to start over or is it going to start under? That's right, it's going to start under. This one's going to be a little tight because it's the smallest space to weave into. Under, over, pushing it up from behind, under, over. See, it's a little harder with this last one. Under, over, under, over, under. And now that I have all of them in my paper, it should look like a checkerboard. And you're going to raise your hand for Miss Eicher to put tape on your checkerboard so that all of these things stay together. We don't want to pick this up. If you pick it up before Miss Eicher tapes it, all your strips might fall out. So please do not take this off the table while you're working on it. All right, boys and girls, I hope you had fun. Bye.